morning guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Vlogmas. I'm in London. I've made it to London this morning. My phone's buzzing, so many messages popping through, but I'm wearing the same jumper as I wore yesterday just for my commute up because I wanted to be comfy for the drive. I had a nice drive actually, good few podcast episodes in, and it was a really quick journey. Like, I managed to save myself 12 minutes, and I love it when I'm able to do that because it just makes my life, it's just kind of fun, isn't it, when you like beat your commute time. You think you're gonna like arrive at a certain time and you actually end up arriving slightly earlier, so that's nice to arrive with like enough time. But I'm here this morning at the studio. I'm basically based in London for my recordings, and I batch record, and December is me tying up the loose ends for series 3 because, believe it or not, I'm going to be ending series 3 in 2023, and then it's time for a new era, which I'm really looking forward to. And it's just going to give me a little bit of time off in the new year just to get myself together and work out a game plan, have the right content scheduled, and have like all the videos and episodes that I want to do for like the December sort of period like tied up, and then we can crack on and like start the new year with a bang. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to today. I'm going to be taking you along and doing like a typical like recording day in my life. Sometimes I actually have Rebecca here with me and we do like a work day, but today is going to be lots of me working solo. I will show you like as much as I possibly can. I'm recording a couple of things, not just for my podcast, but for some other projects that I'm working on related to my podcast. So it's all very exciting, and I thought, what a nice opportunity and what a nice thing to do as part of a Vlogmas episode. Record, show you the studio space and me sort of working away. Just a nice change of pace and a nice change of environment. I tend to do one of these a month. I honestly wish this was closer, or they had a studio like closer to home or like around Brighton. I have suggested it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, they make one and they launch one in this area. It would honestly be the best thing if they could, but I've got a busy day planned, and the best thing to do when I come into London and to do this is to batch record because it just makes the best use of my time. So I have a 2-hour podcast recording slot, which isn't for another hour and a half, but I like to get here a bit earlier, put my makeup on, get myself organised and set up all my equipment. So let's go, and yeah, let's have a lovely day recording the podcast. Okay guys, so I'm in the studio right now. Just want to show you the space so you can kind of see what I'm working with here. This is where I do all my recordings, and over the period of like the recording sessions that I have done, I've been kind of working out what I want to do in terms of the layout, because I feel like at the moment things are quite flat on. I try and shoot now slightly at an angle when I'm doing solo episodes just to kind of create a bit more depth, because the videos that I have created where I'm sat sort of in the middle kind of lack that depth and that interest, aside from me sort of being in the prime part of the shot. So I really think today I'm going to kind of aim for this angle and work for this angle, because it will just create a better focal point for me, as all my episodes today are solo episodes. But yeah, the space is really great. It's nice and open plan. Usually Becca, when she comes and works, she sits in this corner and she acts as my producer. It's honestly the best thing ever. But this is what we're working with. There's definitely going to have to be a vision for the new year, and yeah, 2024 content. I'm just at the moment kind of, this year's just been like trialing out video, ironing out the kinks, kind of working out what I like in terms of the recording space and utilising the studio really, and I love it. So I will show you some behind the scenes of me at work, hard at work, and yeah, it should all be good. I've got some setting up to do. I've kind of snuck in a little bit early, which is a little bit naughty, but I'm hoping I can kind of just crack on and quickly set up, because I have so much kit and I do it all myself. It's not like I'm just setting up a camera and I'm going. I've got to kind of put some stuff together, so it can be a little bit tricky. Not tricky, but just like lots of little things to set up. You'll see, because I'm going to do a time lapse now of me setting up the cameras and the mics and stuff, so I'll put you on a time lapse. I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, let's get this studio ready to go, shall we? Okay guys, so everything's pretty much there, set up. I've changed my clothes, I've set up the mic, camera's pretty much ready, just got to turn that on and get that all together. Just want to talk through the process. I basically keep all my paper and like itemy bits, which you would have seen just then in that cutaway before I set up in the studio. I was kind of going through my little checklist of I guess like notes. These little cards, which this one doesn't have a sticker on it incidentally, but these are my little cue cards for me, just so that I stay focused on topic. I don't distract myself too much, because it's really easy to go off into a flow and a tangent, and it's good to stay on topic. But just wanted to kind of show you what I do. This is really makeshift and totally improvised. I definitely want to get like a better structure for everything, because I think it will just look so much nicer in the new year to have like a better system for these, just to make them last a bit longer, because they are a little bit tattered. They're literally just revision cards with my personal brand stickers on. Also just noticed a hair tie on my wrist. It's all these small things that I try and factor into kind of editing myself, recording myself. Oh, it's a lot guys, and it's interesting because setting up, it's made me realise, right, I need to have a system and a flow here, because you guys are going to be watching me do what I'm doing. Actually, it's helped me be a bit more streamlined, finish every task before I move on to the next thing. But I've got all my cue cards here ready to go. I would love to have my glasses on, and I probably should, because it does help me read and record as well, because everything is a little bit more blurry when I haven't got my glasses on. But I think for these episodes I'm just going to do without and take the risk. But yeah, everything goes in this folder. Anything else that I can't stick onto and like blue tack onto a card because I sort of run out, I leave in the folder ready, cut out, ready to go, and then I just replace them super quickly. So my time slot has started now. It's 12:03 currently, and I have 2 hours to record. So my monthly fee that I pay for, I'm able to shoot 2 hours a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if I'm careful, clever and crack on, I can usually get about 4 episodes in. So just to kind of give you an overview of what I'm doing today, I'm doing 2 best bits episodes, which, guys, if you're ever struggling for content and you want to get like extra episodes out of content you've already created, do a best bits episode. So I've got one coming out which is just solo episodes, and then one that will be featured and will focus on guest episodes. So that is going to kind of tide me over for the next couple of weeks, and then in the lead up to the new year I'll have time to kind of edit and focus on like newer content. So that's what we're doing today. We're recording that. I'm also recording some stuff for a really exciting project that I'm working with someone very exciting, and I hope I can reveal all a bit later down the line, but for now I will kind of keep that under wraps. But it's exciting, and it's a brand and someone that I've wanted to work for in the podcasting space, so fingers crossed it's all going to go well, and I'm going to smash it. But I've got 3 videos to film for them, really short, like snappy videos talking about my podcast, and then we move on to what have we got next. We've got a few more episodes, so I'm going to be like dumping some episodes towards the end of the new year. So I've got yeah, a real mix, all solo episodes, so I'm just gonna go with the flow, see what I can do, and yeah, get it done basically. But I'm really enjoying recording this today because I feel like it's keeping me on the ball. I have my water bottle because, guys, the only thing about being in here is you get very, like, you're talking a lot, so you get very like dry throat. Also important to turn your phone on do not disturb. As much as I love talking to my friends and my mum, I will put my phone on D&D, and that again minimises distraction and also enables me to crack on. If I'm really on a time crunch, which I might do in a second just because it's already 5 minutes into recording, I will set timers for myself so I'm not letting time get away with me, because sometimes with guest episodes it's really hard to wrap things up with a guest. I definitely find it harder to stop and start with a guest than when I'm doing solo episodes. If I'm thinking, oh my gosh, am I overrunning, I just kind of get myself slightly distracted and check the time and then come back into it. But you guys never really see that on the recording, you guys just see the finished product. So that's what I'm doing today. This is the setup. I'm going to be sitting here and the camera's facing there, so I'm going to reposition you into a new spot, a new space, and we're going to get this done. We're going to smash it. It's going to be a great day. It's also quite busy today in the recording studio that I'm at. It's great because there's not just studio spaces, there's a photography studio here which I'm itching to use, I'm not gonna lie, and I might use some of my credits for that in the new year. And then there's like a wee workspace. There's another recording studio literally on the other side of this wall, but it's a bit more, well, it's much smaller, and it's more of like a table discussion format. This is more so-free vibes. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, and I hope this is going to be informative. If there's any of you that are like thinking, oh, I'd love to start a podcast, watch this space. I've got some stuff in the works for you guys, so let's crack on, let's do this. I feel like I've warmed up with you. I'm going to flow much easier now, so that's great. So what I'm going to do here is, because I haven't got Becca here, trusty Becca, I'm going to have to work out myself the shot and the angle of the camera lens and just get everything in focus, so you guys will be kind of seeing what I'm doing here. I just want to make sure the depth is right. I might position it slightly like that. I quite like the plants these days. When I first came in here I wasn't a fan, but I really do enjoy everything. Right, let's give this a test, because this is another thing. I can't focus the lens myself. I can't see. This is the only thing with this camera. It's a Canon 5D Mark IV, and it's slightly questionable, so I'm just testing this now. You guys are going to see a switch between camera 1 and camera 2, and we're going to see what this looks like. So hi guys, welcome to the podcast. I can see my audio levels are looking pretty good. I talk quite loudly and get quite passionate, so I really should sit further back from the mic because I tend to pop my peas a little bit. But yeah, hopefully that's okay angle wise. I'm just going to watch the recording back in a second. So hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. Wailing my hands around because that's what I do. I've got quite into the habit of doing this as well, but hopefully that should be fine. I'm just going to check the visual now. Go back around. You guys are seeing a double of everything. This is quite fun. And I'm going to stop the recording, and then I'm going to quickly watch it back. Okay, so I can instantly see that I'm way too bright. So that is going to be fixed. Everything else is looking quite alright in terms of positioning, but I am really blown out. So this is why it's so important to check. Make sure I check everything. I'm giving you guys like a real in-depth into podcasting here. Okay. I quite like that position. I feel like I can work with that. There's a nice amount of space above the head as well. So when I go to edit that and crop in to do my reels, I've got the option to do so. That's quite a nice shape. Not too zoomed out, because I've had a few zoomed out episodes that I haven't really enjoyed. So what I'm going to do, my hair looks very yellow. I need to purple shampoo that stuff. Right, so I'm going to go off onto this. And yeah, the ISO is very high. So I'm going to bring that right down. Shall I do 1,000? I might bring it down to 800, you know. Let's just see that for a second. Yeah, see, that's much moodier. Let's do a quick test. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Staying Sweet the podcast. This is just a test run to see if I'm recording this properly and to see if my light levels are correct. And I'm going to move that around. This is the only thing when you're working solo, you just have to do a few more tweaks. That's fine. You make it work. Okay, so it's looking more blown out from here. I promise it's actually much better quality. I'm going to hit that red record button. We are now game time. I wish I could see the lens for my actual podcast because I can't see it. I'm just going to get comfy. I've also got used to recording my podcasts with my shoes off. For some reason it's quite nice. Quite nice. Right, let's just get really comfy because lasers are a bit of a funny one. Quick sip of my drink. And just relax into the episode. Okay. So we're going to do some quick intros firstly for recording my best bits, and then that should hopefully warm me up for the rest of the episodes. Okie doke. Fingers crossed my hair looks okay because didn't bring a hairbrush. Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Staying Sweet the podcast. 2023 has certainly been an interesting year for this podcast and for me as a podcaster, from recording my episodes anywhere I could in random bathrooms, bedrooms, even a River Island changing room. There has literally been no place I haven't tried to record a podcast episode, even a car in the middle of summer. And that just tells you and shows you, if you want to make something work and happen, you've got to make do with your circumstances. And this year, 2023, has certainly been one that I've enjoyed, taking the leap and believing in this podcast, deciding to find a podcast studio, the one I'm in right now, and recording not just better quality audio, but also introduce video into my podcasting production and marketing plan. Hey guys, so I'm all finished now, finished up recording. I've done a ton of episodes, I'm so happy, but just wanted to let you know that I've changed and I've finished for recording now, so I'll take you into the recording space and we will crack on because we've got lots to get through, like work-wise. So yeah, let's continue the rest of the day. I'm gonna have lunch as well. I'm so excited.